5 types of people you must off immediately. There are certain types of people, and if you don't walk away from them immediately, they will destroy your entire life. Let that sink in. Because sometimes the biggest threat to your happiness isn't a global crisis or a lack of money or bad luck. It's the people you allow into your inner circle. We all want friends, partners, or colleagues who uplift us, but reality isn't that kind. Some people drain your energy, manipulate your emotions, or silently sabotage your growth. The truth is, the fastest way to protect your mental health, your goals, and even your future is to identify these people and cut them off. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 types of toxic people you must remove from your life immediately. For each type, I'll show you how to recognize them, share real-life examples, and explain why keeping them around is dangerous. So let's dive in. 1. The constantly negative person. We all know someone like this. Every time you share good news, they find a way to downplay it. You tell them about your promotion, they say, "Don't get too excited, it won't last." You talk about your goals, they say, "That's impossible, you'll fail." How to recognize them? They complain more than they celebrate. They always predict the worst outcome. They see problems, never solutions. Why cut them off? Negativity is contagious. If you're surrounded by pessimists, your own optimism shrinks. Slowly, their doubts become your doubts. And before you know it, you've stopped believing in yourself. Real-life example. Think of a coworker who always shoots down new ideas in meetings. Not because the idea is bad, but because their mindset is stuck in fear. If you stay too close, you'll start shrinking your own ambitions. R2. The selfish user. These are the people who only show up when they need something. They call when they need a ride, money, or emotional support. But when you need them, silence. How to recognize them? The relationship feels one-sided. They rarely ask, "How are you?" unless it benefits them. They disappear during your tough times. Why cut them off? Relationships should be about give and take, not take and take. The selfish user drains your energy without giving anything back. Keeping them around teaches you to accept disrespect as normal. Real-life example, imagine a friend who always borrows money but never repays. Or that colleague who takes credit for your work yet never mentions your name. The pattern is clear. They're there to consume, not contribute. 3. The jealous competitor. At first, they might look like friends, but deep down they resent your success. When you achieve something, they don't clap for you. They get quieter, colder, sometimes even bitter. How to recognize them? They gossip or spread rumors when you succeed. They try to one-up you in every conversation. They secretly celebrate your failures. Why cut them off? Jealousy is dangerous because it turns into subtle sabotage. A jealous person might discourage you from chasing opportunities, give you bad advice, or undermine your confidence, all because your growth reminds them of their stagnation. Real-life example. Picture telling a friend you're starting a new business. Instead of encouragement, they say, "Don't waste your time. Most businesses fail anyway." That's not advice, that's envy disguised as concern. 4. The two-faced liar. In front of you, they act supportive. Behind your back, they twist your words, spread rumors, or mock you. They're the friend who smiles at your face but poisons your reputation the moment you leave. How to recognize them? You hear different versions of what they say to others. They reveal secrets you trusted them with. They act differently depending on who's watching. Why cut them off? Trust is the foundation of any relationship. Without it, everything collapses. Two-faced people create drama, breed paranoia, and leave you questioning who your real friends are. Real-life example. Think of a colleague who pretends to be on your side during a project, but secretly tells the boss you're not pulling your weight. That's not a teammate, it's a saboteur. 5. The emotional manipulator. This is the most dangerous type. They don't just waste your time, they control it. They guilt-trip you, play the victim, or use anger and silence to make you feel responsible for their happiness. How to recognize them? They say things like, "If you really cared, you'd do this for me." They twist situations so you always feel guilty. They use your empathy as a weapon. Why cut them off? Emotional manipulation slowly erodes your self-worth. It makes you doubt your boundaries, question your decisions, and sometimes even hate yourself. The longer you stay, the more you lose yourself. Real-life example. Think of a partner who threatens to leave you every time you say no to something unreasonable. That's not love, that's control, and it's toxic. So here's the truth. Protecting your peace sometimes means walking away. It means saying enough to people who drain, use, envy, betray, or manipulate you. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it might feel lonely at first, but cutting ties with toxic people is not cruelty, it's self-respect. Respecting yourself also means having the courage to cut off toxic relationships. Remember, you don't just attract what you want in life, you also attract what you tolerate. Stop tolerating the people who poison your spirit. Thank you for watching. If this video spoke to you, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your support enables us to create more content that inspires, motivates, and promotes your well-being. Stay strong, stay focused, and surround yourself only with people who truly lift you higher.